I rock, I roll, I have fun. I love doing this show, and you know what? We started this show, we went national about 16, 18 months ago, and it has been an incredible ride. But these ladies have been with me for a long portion of that ride, and I absolutely love them. Diamond and Silk are joining us live in person. Ladies, how are you?
Oh my God, we wonderful. Right here at the RNC convention.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I have seen you guys wandering around here, and you guys are celebs. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. You know, we didn't realize we was just famous like this, Chad, until we got here.
That's right.
What I mean, you know, you've been to some parties, you know, you met Omarosa. How was that?
Oh my God.
It was amazing.
That's our sister from another mister.
That's
it was
right.
lovely. It was fun. It was exciting. Fun.
We've been talking about some of the people that you have met here, Van Jones, but you've also gone and done a lot of interviews and stuff, and I heard, you know, you were on the Young Turks earlier and stuff, and Shank was giving giving as good as you guys were getting and stuff, and is it, you know, you're out there sparring with people. How's that feel as well?
Oh, it's a good feeling.
Yes.
People don't want to know your opinion about things. That's I have to appreciate that. And sometimes people may agree to disagree, and it's okay. But I appreciate the fact that you pull me in, you want to know what I think about something, and so I'm willing to give it to you.
That's right.
Absolutely. It's amazing. So who's some of the other people you met?
Let me see. Van Jones, Jerry Forwell, Omarosa. Who else did we
Don
meet?
King.
Don King.
What'd you guys think of Don?
I love him.
He's a true.
Here's the deal. That's right. And he tell it like he is.
Like
and
it
if
is,
it take him a whole hour to tell it, then he gonna do it.
He did. We had him on. We thought we'd had him for 4 or 5 minutes. He was on for like 15 minutes. I said like 2 words, and he just went. Somebody wound him up. And half the time, I'm like, I don't even know if that's real, but it's just great. It sounds wonderful. I'm ready to unite. He had that American flag jacket on, and he had jewelry that was falling off of him and stuff. And I was like, I wonder what that's worth. We'll take that right here. So are you excited about, give us a perception of your first 2 days here. What do you guys think about the first 2 days?
The first day, it was phenomenal. We were able to hang out with fans and do Facebook Live with them. And let me see, we went to a Women Vote Trump event. We spoke at that event that was live on C-SPAN. And then we went to a Citizens rally, Citizens for Trump rally. We spoke at that.
Yes.
That was amazing. And then we headed back here, and we just interacted with fans and everything.
But it's lovely to see everybody out and being as one. It's about unity here. We know that there's some that's you know, want to act up, but it's about unity here, and that's what we want to feed off of.
You know, you said earlier, you know, in the end, we're still all brothers and sisters and stuff. And there's some brothers and sisters around here. Some of them are here from the left-leaning media that they're here to cover. And some are here because they're curious and stuff. How is their reaction to you, whether it be, Roland Martin or some of these other people that you've talked to?
Well, you know, we did an interview with Roland Martin was it last night?
Yesterday.
Was it yesterday? Or was it the day before yesterday? Okay, it was yesterday. We did an interview with Roland Martin, and, here's the deal. Like I told him, I said, you know what, Roland? You know, you just don't want to come off that Democratic plantation. You don't want to come off that Democratic plantation because you're afraid you're going to miss out on a bag of beans and a slab of fat back meat. That's what's wrong with you.
That's right. That's right.
That's what's wrong with you.
That's right.
What's wrong with you? You know, that's why you don't want to come off of it. But you got to get off that
Speaking of
Democratic.
Roland, there he is walking by as well.
Let him keep walking by.
That's right. Yeah. Because he's so confrontational.
That's Diamond and Silk,
He
Roland.
is so confrontational.
by.
He is so confrontational. That's what he see. Look at him. He probably see fat back meat and a bag of beans.
Fat back meat.
And see what
We
I
love
mean?
you, Roland.
Yeah.
Go
and
ahead
see
on
why
now.
is he interrupting our interview?
We're having
Why
a
he
good time
interrupted
here.
our
Roland was on my
interview?
show last night, man. Roland, my show last night. Like
Why
people
he
taking
wanna-
pictures with them.
Yeah.
It is.
Why he want to interrupt that? We're going to have lunch. We're going to talk
have
about
Oh,
this.
they're going to have
Talk
lunch
about
and talk
that
about stuff.
presentation.
Roland Martin just walked by. Diamond and Silk are joining me here. We're live at the convention here at the RNC in Cleveland. You know, you ladies started this. You guys went online, God knows what, about a year ago or so, a little bit longer than that.
Yes.
And did you have any idea in mind that a year from now you will have not only were stumping for Trump, you have met Trump, you have given speeches with Trump, and you're here at the RNC, and people know who you are. They want your pictures. They want you want your autograph. Is that just the strangest thing?
It is strange. And if somebody ever would have told us this, we would have never believed them.
No.
If you ever want to make God laugh, tell him your plans.
That's it.
We
Absolutely.
had no
Right.
plans for this, and all of this happened.
That's right.
We're honored, grateful, humble,
Yes.
and just, oh my God.
And I'm also inspired. I'm inspired by the fact that we are well received You know, we've been taught and conditioned so long that this group of people is not for you, or that group of people is not for you. But one thing we're finding out about all groups is that we all want the same thing.
That's
so
it.
at the end of the day, we need to tie into the one race, which is the human race.
Amen. Talking to Diamond and Silk, the ladies that rock it like no tomorrow. People stop by. They're taking pictures. It is crazy. Mike Pence is going to speak tonight. The last time we spoke, he hasn't picked anybody. Mike Pence is it. Does it excite you?
Okay, well, here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Trump plus Pence makes sense. Listen, Donald Trump is a strategic person.
That's right.
Listen, we have to unite our party.
Yes.
And Donald Trump knows what he's doing.
He knows what
I'm
he's
behind
doing.
our man
We trust him.
100%.
Yes.
Did they take that? Did they grab the Trump plus Pence make sense? I hope they did.
Well, Diamond and Silk just put that out there. Trump plus Pence make sense.
You know
How
what?
about that?
Right there, if I don't see that on signs, Donald has missed the boat. It has been fragmented. I've been down on the floor. You know, these things are usually raucous and loud, and there's a unifying. Yesterday, we saw several, you know, District of Columbia, Virginia watched out, you know, things like this where, you know, we're voting our conscience with this, but, you know, obviously, you know, Donald won that, so that he's getting those. You can vote your conscience all it want. Doesn't
That's
matter.
right.
There is still some fraction and some friction here. Do you think that over the next 2 days especially, because these days really matter, that they can start to mend some of those fences?
They need to mend them.
Yes.
You know, they lost.
They
It's
lost.
over. It's done.
That's right.
Get on the Trump train or get out of the way.
That's right.
We've already fought the battle. It's time to go win the war now,
Yeah.
like we say. We got to go on to win an election.
That's
So
right.
it's time for them to unite behind Donald J. Trump.
And so I think they better let it go.
They better let it go, Silk.
Oh, girl, you bring it. Bring it.
Better let it
Don't
go.
stop. Oh, sing it, baby. Sing it, baby.
Like another love TKO.
Oh. So there's some other people here that have been quite. Milo's been here. Milo.
Yes,
have
Milo.
you seen him
I have,
running
yes.
around
Took
here and
pictures
stuff?
with him.
He is. He's an interesting character as well. Both of you guys have really exploded over the last year or so because of the way that you energize people and at the same time you aggravate people. And one of the things that you know Milo does, he aggravates a lot of people, but. You guys aggravate a lot of people, especially in the African American community. I mean, I get people who love you, but when I get people who are upset or mad, or it's usually African American men who think that, you know what, here you guys are, and you have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, what you got to understand is the more they hate, the more we educate. We got to educate people.
Yeah.
And listen, that's their pain. When
Yes.
people are angry, they're not. And you're never angry for what you think you're angry.
That's right.
About. Okay.
That's right.
You're not mad at me. You're
Right.
probably mad at the system, and you're afraid to step outside the box
Yes.
because you're afraid of being ostracized.
That's
But
right.
what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to stand up to the opposition.
Yes.
Step outside of your box and stop voting for the same system that keeps handing you crumbs.
That's
and
right.
vote for somebody that wants to bring you back prosperity
so
like
we're
Donald
not
Trump.
we're not aggravating them. We're opening up their minds and their eyes.
And that could be aggravating because you're so used to being in the box.
They're the ones.
I've
But
always
for
said
us-
when people get mad at me because last night was one of those things where I'm very honest. I've been around here. 90% of this is it's old boy white network kind of thing, and I'm like, how do the Republicans reach out and start to go to this to diverse communities
Yes.
and bring them in? And the thing is, it has to be a one-on-one ground level thing where they go out into the communities and actually hear what people say in the minority communities and talk to them. But when I talk to a lot of these guys, they're like, we're just going to put our message out there and let people come to it. I'm like, you can't do that. It's not working.
The first thing that's got to happen is we have to stop segregating ourselves. All of us have to stop allowing people to segregate us based by our race, based by our gender. Because whenever we are divided, we fall. It's united that we're going to stand. And as long as we allow them to divide us, they will keep us separated, and then they will be able to control us. So we
Amen.
have to come to the table. We're one race, and that's the human race. And like they call us African Americans. Like I tell people, I ain't never been in no Africa. I am an American. So when we all recognize that we are Americans first and stop living in the past and the pains of our ancestors, realize we are here, united as one, and we are Americans first. Then we can all tie into the process of what's going on now instead of staying stuck in the past.
Yeah.
And people got to change their mindset.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do we help people? Help them change their mindsets.
Yes.
Let me show you a different way. Look at this from another way.
That's right.
That's all.
Yeah, you know, we're staying in Collingwood here. We did Airbnb thing, and for all intents and purposes, the hood. We're the only three white guys around. the other day we went for a walk, Anthony and I, and I was playing football with all the little kids, and they were loving it. And I was talking to the neighbors, and we were having a good time and stuff. And I'm thinking there probably hasn't been a white guy that's not a cop that's been through here in forever and a day. And I look at the Republicans, and that's the one thing when I've talked to a younger generation is, even Roland Martin said last night, you know what? If Republicans want to win, and they can, and they have in the past, especially with African American voters and stuff, you've got to go to the community. You've got to listen to what they have to say, and you have to talk to them and make yourself available and treat them as constituents and voters, and not I give up.
But how can you go to the hood when the hood is hostile? When the hood don't want to hear nothing you have to say.
Right.
When the hood consists of a bunch of millenniums that's disrespectful, don't know how to create law, we have no respect for law and order. How do you
And
reach
then look at the black
those
leaders.
type of mindsets? And they push this here agenda to be disrespectful. So it makes you be like, wait a minute, I'm not gonna go get in there and get ambushed. So hey, here's my message. You can gravitate to my message because it's for all Americans, and that includes you too.
And that's why I think it's going to take somebody who's strong enough to go there and to take it and say, you know what, look, you're pissed, you're angry. I get it, I understand it. But if you're here to ambush me, no, I'm here to help. I want to be a teammate. I don't want to be coach. I want to be a teammate. I want to be a partner in this. And it's going to take somebody strong enough to do that. And that's why I say in the smaller elections across the board, down ticket and stuff, is where I think they really start to need to make their move, because I think this party is ripe for diversity.
Oh, absolutely.
And it should be more diverse, and it's not. And sometimes it's not so much even the message, it's the messengers
that are screwing up. And if you ever want to know what's going on with the body of people, check your head, look at the head. So, if your body of people is just all just going crazy, check the head. Because like you say, when Donald J. Trump get into office, he's an entrepreneur. Okay, he got that entrepreneur spirit, then it's going to trickle down to the body of people.
And then you create entrepreneurs that will create jobs.
Yes.
If he's prosperous, the body of people is going to be prosperous.
Exactly.
I think a lot of times the left-wing media keep pushing this agenda, calling him derogatory names, and what people tend to do is hear sound bites, small words, and they associate those words with a person. We have to stop doing that. We have to know the truth, and we have to see when the media is trying to control us, control what we think, control how we vote.
That's right.
And so when I hear them calling him derogatory names, this man has been in the public eye for 30, 40 years. Not one time have anyone called him a derogatory name until he started running against Democrats.
That's right.
That's got to stop.
Yes.
Talking to Diamond and Silk, the ladies at Rocket like there's no tomorrow. One more question. We know you're busy and we'll let you get. Tomorrow night, he is speaking. What are you guys expecting from the Donald tomorrow?
Never wavering nor backing down. Saying it like you need to say it. Yes. That's what I'm expecting.
I'm expecting him to be real. To be real. Change the whole game. Be real.
That's right.
It's about time for us to be real, because we have politicians that's been in office for years that's been a fake, been trying to be presidential. It's time for us to be real. I want Donald J. Trump to stand there on that stage and own it, because he deserves it.
That's right.
He gonna drop it like it's hot?
He gonna drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot? Drop it like it's hot?
He can drop it like it's hot. He can do the nay and whatever he want to do.
Yes. He earned this here because
he earned it.
It was a battle. It was a battle.
I will do the nay.
Yeah.
Man, a whip.
All right.
Diamond and Silk are their names. They are my girls. I love them like there's no tomorrow. As always, thank you guys so much. We got more straight ahead from the convention in Cleveland. This is the Chad Benson Show.